Welcome to another episode of This Woman Works. I am your host, Mike Patton, and on this episode, we're going to get to know the luxurious life with Miss Amanda McKnight. She is the CEO of, let me make sure to get it right. I don't want to mess up no names here. That is the Zana Luxury Candle Company. Did I say
Yes,
everything correct?
yes, you did.
All right. Just wanted to make sure I don't want to mispronounce anything. But we're going to
Thank
get
you.
into your business, your journey, and everything like that on this episode of This Woman Works. We're going to get
Sounds
into
good.
that in a few. But we're going to open the show like we always do with the Black Girl Magic Moment. The Black Girl Magic Moment could be a moment where Black women have done something great, or it could be recognizing one particular Black woman. And now with the Super Bowl past, I want to recognize one particular Black woman. Her name is Autumn Lockwood. Now, Autumn Lockwood, you probably don't even know who that is. You're probably like, who is that? Who is some Autumn Lockwood? Well, here she is. She actually was the Eagles' assistant coach, the associate performance coach, is her official title. Now, she's been with the Eagles since like 2022 as a strength and conditioning assistant is when she first started. I'm sorry, in 2020, 2027 is when she first started. But of course, her journey didn't start there. You can go back to, back in, you know, finishing up her schooling out in Arizona and then going to East Tennessee State. And that's where she actually started her journey in terms of, strength and conditioning and things like that. She kind of progressed a little bit more, went to the University of Houston. Then she got, also throw in there, she did have an internship with the Atlanta Falcons. So that was her first taste of the NFL.
Nice.
Um, and then from there, of course, she got hired by the Eagles after the University of Houston. And then the rest is history as she was on the sidelines when the Eagles trounced the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, the score was 40-22, but we know it was not that close. And with Autumn Lockwood, I'm getting my names mixed up here. Both A's, right? But Autumn Lockwood being on the sideline, being on that coaching staff, she is the first Black woman to win a Super Bowl as an assistant coach. I
Awesome.
salute you, Autumn Lockwood. Now, Amanda, did you have anything you wanted to add to that?
No, I am extremely proud of her as a sister from another mister. That's a great accomplishment. And I heard you say University of Houston. That is my home state. So very proud.
Okay. Okay. All right. They'll be all right just as long as they don't, try to wear the uniforms with the Titans colors in them no more. That was the issue for a little bit with them. But that's neither here nor there. But of course, Autumn Lockwood, our Black Girl Magic moment for this episode. Now, of course, you know, Autumn Lockwood has done some special things, but Amanda, you have too. You have too. And of course, in your company that you have built up. But of course, we have to figure out where everything started, which, of course, with everyone is their
Yeah.
childhood. So, where did you grow up again?
So I am from the north side of Houston, Texas, born and raised. I'm from a little community called City Gas, Texas. I was raised by my great grandmother,
Hmm.
um, and she was a devout Christian. So I was in church most of my life, all week. That was fun. Yeah, but yeah, that's where I grew up.
Okay, all right. I thought she was gonna say Southwest. I was about to say, hey,
Oh no,
Toby the Wee Way. But I'm joking. No,
that's my
Toby the Wee
boy
Way
though.
is one of my
I
he's
love him.
that's one of my favorite artists. He's got one of my
Yeah.
favorite songs. Hella Black is one of my favorite songs of all
Oh
time. I
man.
can listen to that any day, all day. I can listen to that, and I don't care who's
Yeah.
listening. You know what I mean. I don't care who's listening.
Oh yeah.
Listening.
My favorite is hydration.
Ah,
Period.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. So you gotta tell me. So you grew up in Houston, and
Mhm.
City Gas was a community.
Yes.
So you said your great grandmother raised you.
Yes.
So what was it like? What was the like growing up there? Going to church pretty often and just living there in the Houston area.
Well, it was all I knew, so I absolutely loved it. I was probably one of the few church kids that actually loved going to church. I loved being under the elders. I loved singing in the choir. I loved Sunday school. It was all I knew, so I absolutely loved it.
Okay. All right. All right. So, is there any no particular thing that you remember enjoying about going to church in particular? Because I know you said a bunch of different things, but is there like
Yes,
one particular thing you're like, okay, cool, I remember doing that and having so much fun as a kid?
absolutely, absolutely. I'm a singer innately, so I loved singing solos. I loved singing in the choir. And then I had a special role on Sunday mornings. So my grandmother was the superintendent, and I got to be like the assistant superintendent. So I would read the minutes of the church. I loved it.
All right, all right. So I've got to ask, when you were a kid, of course, I don't know if the candle company had been thought of at that point in time,
No.
but everyone has their one specific dream, their thought, their that one thing they're like, okay, I'm gonna be that when I grow up. Now, for me,
Yeah.
I wanted to be a professional football player. Now,
Mm.
I achieve that? No. I made it to college, played college football, but no, I did not become an NFL football player. What was
Yeah.
that one thing for you that happened that you thought about when you were a kid and you wanted to be, just you're like, okay, I'm gonna be that when I grow up.
Yeah. That thing for me, believe it or not, was culinary arts. I wanted to be a chef. So
Oh, okay.
I know, crazy, right? So far from where where I am now, but my great grandmother loved to cook. And then I was, of course, always under her, so I was always in the kitchen watching her cook and prepare meals and do all the things for family reunions and church functions and things like that. And I loved it. And then when I went to high school, I had a class, a culinary arts class. And so I said, this is what I want to do. I'm going to be a chef.
Okay. All right. All right. So all these other chefs out here, they better watch their back. No, 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 no. Are you still can? Okay. All right.
Yes,
All right.
I can cook.
All right. All right. But we're gonna get, of course, you didn't necessarily become, someone that was in the culinary arts per se, but you do have a luxury candle company. We're gonna talk about Love Zana Luxury Candle Company right after this commercial break on This Woman Works.
Awesome.
EBO Beard Butter and EBO Beard Wash are two of the best beard grooming products for men worldwide. They help promote growth, keep your beard moisturized and soft, and enhance your overall upkeep of your facial hair. And with the new promo code MPAFC10, you can get 10% off all these products. Just go to www.etsy.com/shop/EBO Beard Butter. Again, that's www.etsy.com/shop/EBO Beard Butter. And again, the promo code MPAFC10. Again, MPAFC10, where you can get 10% off any products except for beard boxes. So treat your beard better today by going to get these the EBO Beard Butter and EBO Beard Wash.
All right, and we're back on This Woman Works with Amanda McKnight, the CEO of Love Zana Luxury Candle Company. Now, of course, you're probably wondering why I have a commercial with a beard, with basically a beard commercial on a show about Black women. I'm gonna break it down for you. Okay, the reason why I do is because, of course, we as Black men oftentimes do not take care of ourselves very well. Of course, the women in our lives, whether it be your mama, your sister, your auntie, cousin, whoever, basically have to tell you about going to the doctor, about stuff for whatever your skin and things like that. So that's where the commercial comes in. So I figured, hey, might as well play it on this show. A lot of women watch the show. Maybe they can mention it to their significant other, the uncle, the cousin, they I don't know, they grown child, some I don't know. But
Somebody.
anyway, somebody. You're right, somebody. So that's why this commercial on the show. But getting back to the show, like I mentioned before the break, of course, we're going to get into your business now. When did you first think of or a luxury candle business? When did that idea first come to you?
Well, it actually came about in 2020. So, of course, 2020 during the pandemic, there wasn't really much to do. You're sitting in the house, isolated, and it really came out of boredom, quite honestly. I so I decided that I was going to go and purchase a candle kit because I was just bored. I just needed something to do. It wasn't even meant to be a business or even a hobby for that matter. I just wanted to see if I could do it. And so I went to go purchase a candle kit and I purchased all the things. I called myself doing enough research to, to make the candle. And that's all it was. It was an epic fail at first. Yeah, I probably didn't do enough research, but here's the thing, I always loved candles, though. I think that's where the idea really came from. Like I innately loved candles. I was probably one of the biggest supporters of the big box store, BBW. My apartment looked like a mini store. Like that's how much I love candles. Because I just think it creates the mood. Like, if you're winding down for the night or if you're cleaning up on a Saturday morning, it just always sets the mood. So I've always loved candles. But yeah, that's where the idea came from. It was my pandemic baby.
There we go. There we go. And the Not Bland Show is checking in, and he had these emojis for you. He's waving to say hi.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, he's checking in. He's checking in. I believe he's in Georgia, or if I remember correctly. But yeah,
Awesome,
he's checking
next
in
door.
from there. Yeah, next door, next door. So of course, you tried, and you said the first try was an epic fail, but
Yeah.
as you went along, you tried, you kind of perfected it a little bit more, and now comes the business. So when officially did you actually start like selling the candles?
So I put it down for a while after the world started to regulate and we returned to, the world as we know it, corporate America, for me anyway. And then early last year, I really said, I'm going to hone in on this. I really want to do this as a business. And that's when I really started to put a lot of time and energy into perfecting the craft and actually getting it right. And out of that, we officially launched Love Zana September 1st of last year.
Okay, all right, all right. So what was that first day like launching your business?
It was exciting. I didn't have like a lot of sales. It wasn't like things flying off the shelves the first day, but I had a sale. And I was so eternally grateful for that one sale on my first day. I had a lot of support, a lot of encouragement around me. So the first day it was humbling and I was grateful.
Okay. All right. Now you said last year's when you all opened, but
Yes.
um what was the moment? I don't know if you've had that moment or you may have had that moment. What was the moment where you felt like you were where you were supposed to be in this business?
Ah, I don't know that I've gotten there yet.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like home. It feels natural. Um, I know it's my goal, it's my vision. Um, not that aha moment just yet.
Got you, got you. So have you had like the biggest moment so far where you're like, oh my God, that really happened. I
It's
really
still
did
to
this,
come.
I really did that. What
I'm
what's that?
I'm proud of all of my accomplishments thus far. And I think
Mhm.
as a business, we've definitely conquered some things. Like we've had a few firsts for a business that I'm super proud of. We had our first market. I've never done a market, so I was super excited about that.
Mhm.
This is my first podcast. I'm super excited about that. So there are small milestones that I'm so proud of.
Okay. All right. Well, it sounds like the business is off to a great start, and
Yes,
there's some more firsts that are probably down the line, right?
absolutely.
All right. And yeah, definitely for those that aren't aware, can you tell them more of like what your candles kind of entail and what makes them stand out?
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. So Love Zana Luxury Candle Co. We create high quality, non-toxic aromatics for your home in the form of candles, wax melts, room and linen perfumes, and just recently we've added hydrating hand sanitizer to the line. The fragrances that I wanted to embody with Love Zana are your luxury fragrances like five-star hotel lobbies and luxury perfumes and cologne. So those are the type of fragrances that we carry.
Okay. All right. All right. That sounds really nice. The hydrating hand sanitizer. Now, for those that,
Yeah.
you think about hand sanitizer, you think about it smelling like alcohol or liquor. You
No,
don't
no, no,
necessarily you don't
not
necessarily think
here.
of it smelling great, but so that is definitely an interesting product as well. That said the hydrating I said hydrating hand sanitizer.
Yes, because you know how most hand sanitizers they leave your hands dried out because it's alcohol basically.
Hmm.
Not Lovzana. Lovzana has a moisturizing agent in our hand sanitizer, so it doesn't leave your hands dried out. It actually leaves them hydrated and smells good.
Nice. Okay. All right. So, two things that you can definitely count on and are definitely better than the alternative is smelling like rubbing
Absolutely.
alcohol or actual alcohol. Because I still remember
Right.
some hand sanitizer during the pandemic that I promised they just put some liquor in it and said, "Hey, this is some hand sanitizer for
You know what? They may have.
you."
There was definitely a big demand for it. So,
Yeah, one of them I was like, man, I don't know where to put it on my hands to drink it.
right.
I just don't know. But yeah, we're gonna take another quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're gonna talk about the hurdles during your business, during your starting your business, things like that, and advice portion that maybe you have received,
Yes.
or maybe advice you have for others. We're gonna get into that right after this commercial break on This
Awesome.
Woman Works. A shift. A shift is something that happens and changes the dynamics. And that's what happened when Garrett Logistics was born. After 10 years as a sales pro in the logistics world of sporting goods, John Garrett decided to pivot to the world of freight and start a brokerage. So you're saying to yourself, why trust Garrett Logistics? Well, Garrett Logistics helps shippers improve overall workflow, along with increased on-time pickup and delivery percentages. Last-minute loads, multi-drop pickups, and more are part of the services with Garrett Logistics. They're available Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m., all times Central Standard Time. So give them a ring at 615-400-8484. That's 615-400-8484, or you can email them at john@garrettlogistics.co or visit their website at garrettlogistics.co. Garrett Logistics, where the motto is, it's not just freight to us, it's your business. All right, and we are back on This Woman Works with your host, Mike Patton, here with Amanda McKnight. Like I mentioned previously, CEO of Love Zana Luxury Candle Company. And like I mentioned before the commercial break, I want to talk about some hurdles and, a little bit of advice. Now, as far as hurdles, during your run in business, what has been one of the biggest hurdles so far?
The biggest hurdle, I think, for Lovzana has been, God bless you, has
Thank
been
you.
maybe the financial aspect of it. As a new business, you have to put money in to make money. And so that can be a bit of a challenge, especially when you have to, start from scratch. Um, So that was one hurdle. And then currently the challenge is social media, keeping up with the social media demand. Um, on my personal page, you would think that my social media presence is just unflawed, it's natural. But in business, it's a little challenging. I find it kind of, I'm not going to say scary, but I get nervous. It's like
Got
there's
you.
this,
Oh,
I guess you can think of it as like being in a stadium full of people, and here you are, the center of, you're in the spotlight, and you have to
mhm,
perform essentially for all of these people. So I guess a
mhm.
little stage fright comes with it.
Got you, got you. Now getting back to the last thing we talked about with the hand sanitizer, things like that.
Yeah,
Not Bland Show had a comment.
sure.
So yeah, there was some rough smelling hand sanitizer. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Definitely
Yeah.
some smells
Something's
like straight alcohol.
very, very much. Oh.
Yes.
But getting back to the hurdles and advice, how did you kind of overcome some of the, I guess the fears of the spotlight or trying to figure out social media for your business?
Well, um, I do pretty good with marketing and all of that stuff. But one thing I had to push through was like the live aspect of it. And I had to just kind of give myself a pep talk every time. Like, you're a natural, you just get on there and talk about your products because that is the thing that comes natural to you.
Hmm. Okay.
I still struggle.
Okay. Oh, I hear you. I hear you there. Look, the first time I ever went on live was the Haps app. That was actually in 2020 during the pandemic. I was sitting in my house and I was breaking down football games
Yeah.
before, after, things like that. And back then I didn't have locks. I had like a fro maybe about this big when I first started. So at that point, I was like, okay, I was nervous. I'm like, okay,
Oh yeah.
really do this. But after a while, it comes like riding a bike after a while though. So
Yeah,
yeah, so
that's what
keep
they
at it.
say. I'm waiting on that moment to come.
It'll come. It'll come. But what's the biggest bit of advice you have received during your journey?
I think the one that has been most impactful and that I can remind myself of every day, a very wise friend of mine said, "Don't be afraid of a no that you have not gotten yet."
Hmm.
Yeah.
Sounds like something I
So,
say all the time.
oh yeah. So it's like, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? You haven't heard any feedback from anybody. What is it that you're fearful of? They haven't even given you a no.
Right, right, exactly. Then now, as that's one I usually tell people too. When people ask me about things, I'm like, yeah, well, look, the worst thing they can say is no.
True.
They ain't gonna hurt your feelings. I mean, it'll be all right. But you
Right.
gotta go through the no's, get to the yes.
Absolutely.
And of course, I do want to ask, um, during your journey and what all you've been through, to get to where you are now, what advice would you give to someone that may want to kind of follow the same path as you?
I would say if you have a dream, if there is something that will not let you sleep, go after it. Go after it scared, go after it nervous. Just go after it, put one foot in front of the other. You got this because you'll never know what it is that you're capable of if you don't step out on faith and do it.
Hmm. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
All right. Now, of course, we have reached the end of the show, but this isn't the end of the show just yet. We have a game. It's the speed round. It's 10 random questions to
Okay,
know you a little bit more. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's
Okay.
go.
First question. Favorite movie?
All-time favorite movie is Beauty and the Beast, the
Oh,
classic.
okay. Ah, okay. All right. Favorite performer?
Whew. Okay, I'm a singer, so this is kind of hard.
Okay.
Um, ooh, Tank is
Okay.
one of my favorite male artists.
Now the song "Slowly" he sings that one doesn't get enough love. That song doesn't. But anyway, go ahead.
It was a jam. It was a jam. My favorite female artist currently is Jacqueline Carr. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Now the next question I got for you is let's see. Who's in heavy someone who's hit what song is in heavy rotation for you right now?
Residuals.
Huh?
Residuals by Chris Brown. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Chris Brown. Okay. So what
He is
movie, what's the worst movie you've ever seen?
Jeepers Creepers.
Not a scary movie
Sorry,
person?
don't fight me. You know, I think
All
my
right.
my idea of scary and
Mhm.
others' idea of scary is different. Like I like the paranormal movies. Those are scary to me. Jeepers
Oh,
Creepers was not.
yeah. I'm guessing that Saw is not your jam either.
Nah, nah.
I love that movie. I love that type of movie. But anyway, let's see. Who would play you in a biopic?
My mom.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah.
right. That is an original answer. I haven't got that. I've
She
gotten plenty of answers.
she is me and I am her through and through.
There we go. Your favorite childhood memory?
Uh, fifth grade. Fifth grade, I sung Wind Beneath My Wings for our fifth grade graduation.
Oh, okay. All right. Did
Yeah,
you break it down? Did you break it down?
I did. It
All
it was
right.
my first performance.
Okay. Got you. Got you. One person you'd like to sit down with for a dinner and pick their brain.
Terrence Howard.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good
Yeah,
one because Terrence has had some high moments and some low moments, and by
yeah,
high moments I mean some truly high moments. But you know,
yes.
your favorite actor or actress?
Queen Latifah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, she definitely has done a lot of different things. She has actually been one of the Black Girl Magic moments for this show before.
I love
So
Queen.
yep, she's been an actress, she's a rapper, she's been a jazz singer. I
Oh yeah,
mean, she's got all kind of awards in all different kind of ways.
definitely.
You just
She's
can't.
actually in one of my other favorite movies, which is Set It Off.
Mhm.
Classic.
Yep, Cleo will not be forgotten.
Period.
All right, favorite restaurant.
Papa Do's.
Papados, yeah, I do love Papados. I have not been to the one in Texas yet. I have been
No.
to the one in Atlanta. I've been to that one. So
So we
yeah.
we are actually here in Tennessee. I moved to Tennessee
Mhm.
last March, and
Mhm.
they do not have a Papa Do's here. So I have not
No,
been to Papa Do's since I moved here.
there will not be. There probably won't be one here, but there will be an In-N-Out probably coming here eventually.
Oh yeah.
So, I'd rather. I like In-N-Out more than I like Whataburger. I'm like one of the rare ones. People
Really?
people look at me like I'm crazy, and I'm like, you get the you walk up to them and you tell them you want the animal style. You get that tight, you good. I'm with it. I like In-N-Out more than Whataburger reminds me of a grown version of McDonald's with their burgers. The
You
little
think
kid meal
so?
burgers, that's what they remind me of when I was
No,
a
that's
kid. And
you
I'm
got to
like,
get the
nah, I
regular
can't do it.
size burgers.
No. I get the regular size burger, but I'm saying it reminds me of the little Happy Meal cheeseburgers I used to have when I was a kid at
Oh
McDonald's.
man,
And that's
I
why
love
I'm like, nah,
Whataburger.
I wore them things out when I was a kid, and I'm like, nah, I can't do it anymore. So
Goodness. And that's
yeah, I know
another
it's
thing
bad.
about me, guys. I'm a foodie, so we could
Okay,
talk about
there we
food all
go.
day.
Well, speaking of foodie, what's your favorite food?
My favorite food is oxtails and
Oxtails.
seafood.
Okay, yeah, definitely seafood. I can definitely do some seafood. All right, well, that is 10 questions. That speed round is over. You're off the hot seat. I want to thank you for coming on the show and telling us your story and your journey. If you can, tell everyone where they can find you and your business on social media and any other things you want to tell us, like sales or anything like that going on. The floor is yours.
Awesome. Well, thank you, first of all, for having me. It is an honor. We definitely appreciate the opportunity to shed some light on our business. So, thank you so much for that. If you
Mhm.
would like to browse our signature collection or any of our products, you can look us up on all social media platforms at Loves on Luxury Candle Co. That's the handle for all of them. Or you can browse our products at www.lovezana.com. Again, don't forget, all of our products are non-toxic, so they are safe for you and your family.
Cool. That is noted. That is noted for sure. Of course, another thing that needs to be noted is I'm the host of the show. That Mike Patton, the host of This One Works. I want to thank you all for stopping through and listening to the show, even though I did mess up my kind of host thing. I kind of combined both my shows. I just noticed that now. But of course, it's either here nor there. If you're listening, you probably won't see it anyway. But of course, you can find me on the artist formerly known as Twitter. I don't ever use X because the
Mm,
only X I know, the only X I recognize is DMX and Malcolm X. Nah, I don't recognize
yes.
that one. But you can find me on the artist formerly known as Twitter at Mike Patton82. That's MikePaton82. You can find me on Instagram and Threads at that's CHA, not THE _general_MP. Touring the AFC South is on all listening platforms. I'm sorry, not touring the AFC South, but This Woman Works. There we go. See, I'm getting all my shows mixed up. But This Woman Works is on all listening platforms, whether it be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, you name it, we are there. We're also on YouTube at the Mike Patton Network. I want to thank you all for tuning in to this episode of This Woman Works, episode 38, Living Life in Luxury with Amanda McKnight. Thank you all again for tuning in. We're out. Peace.